Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And the Miami Dolphins taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This taken in right around the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
The drive starts with a run from Achane, and he'll get this up just shy of the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago, 15 carries, 61 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. This defense for the Steelers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. The Dolphins entering play looking for win number 4 on the year. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And they only scored 7 points in their last game. And that's absolutely not going to cut it in the NFL because points, they have to be scored in order to win. They've got to find a way to generate some more offense.
Into space at the 45. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield to make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think that he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. So that's going to be a nice one for the passing stats, so that's how it will go down in the stat sheet. But the success of that play, no doubt, all thanks to the talents of the wideout.
Oh, he was definitely the recipient of good blocking as well, especially at the line of scrimmage. And once he got around the corner, you got the sense that no one was going to get him. Really nice ball handling, too, in order to get it to him.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now Lawrence on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. George Pickens, the intended target, and now it's second down. You talk about this Miami defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
On third down, Lawrence.
Oh,
That nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Jalen Waddle. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 33. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa on the move to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 29 yards. And the Dolphins have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
But look at the numbers for Harrison last week's game. 23 carries, 115 yards, and a touchdown. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go. Lawrence Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and it'll be Dolphin football. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Now Achane on 1st and 10. Down inside the 40.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2 yards to gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Has a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Back to the ground, Achane. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Elliott is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now receiver in motion left. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it
Oh.
up. He's going to be marked down very close to the first down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Running with Elliott, and he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. 2nd down and 6 now. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2nd and 6. Now Lawrence. It's brought in by Harris. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. From the shotgun, Lawrence. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. In motion, Hill. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll get this down to the 41. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was the visiting Colts who were able to pick up the road victory. Jonathan Taylor, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. Patrick Mahomes, strong in the victory, as his guys run their record to 6-1 on the campaign. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. The Dolphins got some strong play out of their quarterback number 1, Tua Tagovailoa. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. They'll run again with Harris. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Finding Pickens for another catch. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, 41 yards. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Waddle, the motion man right. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Here's Lawrence. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And Wilson in motion left.
A little jet sweep to start the drive.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Again, it's Achane.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
The tackle by Nakobe Dean.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And Hill is going to have a Dolphins 1st down as he's down inside the 15.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Up the middle, Achane.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good.
Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
So now the Steelers down by 13. Just under 2 minutes to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Now Lawrence to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. Now Lawrence. Pass complete to Harris. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Again, it's Lawrence. And this will be caught at the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, his second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A run straight ahead with Achane. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. They'll run again. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they...
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the... Handoff, it's Achane. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Miami, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.